how do you make a standout agency? Because now you're at the hub. What is it you're doing there that's to try and make hub stand out head and shoulders above every other agency? Is there any specific answer you could give to that?
We have an official line, which is everything brilliant brands need all in one place. Where if you ever saw one of our sales decks, my favorite slide, we have a hub branded toolbox. As an integrated agency and a full service agency, we've got every possible marketing tool a client might need. Our skill is understanding what's the right tool for the job and which tools work really well together and which tools at a certain life cycle with a client, it's time to put them back in the box. If the only thing I sold was PPC, the answer to every marketing question you ask me will be, you should probably do more PPC because it's the only thing that I've got. I think where we've come into our own, and this is an agency that's been going 18 years, it predates me significantly, is that it's always believed in doing the right thing. And the reason it's got agency with client relationships that have lasted decades is because we're recommending the right tool for the job, not the tool that we make the biggest margin from. And I think if you're trying to build a sustainable business, you are in it for the long term. You get to understand the motivations of your client, the markets of your client, and you have a really clear conscience about the recommendations that you're making. And I think if you do that, you can look yourself in the mirror and you can take pride in what you're doing for people. And we're in it for the long term.
Can I give you a compliment? And not just because we're on camera. It's very clear to me. I met you 2014 for the first time. And I always remember you, at the time you were Epiphany and you stood out because you had some Epiphany branding. It's kind of, I think you saw that. Okay.
I had a white shirt with an orange trim on it and I was obsessed with the color orange.
Right. So of all the things you've done, and clearly you're a successful man, it goes without saying. The one thing that stands out to me to this day from the first day I met you 12 years ago, and it is a massive compliment, your energy and enthusiasm comes across massively. It's not like, Rob, you need the money. I don't think you personally, I think you could quite easily retire and you're sorted, but you're so passionate about what you do. And I think one of the greatest things for anybody that works for an agency or any company, from my experience as well, is when you see your leader as passionate and as driven. That's inspiring for everybody under that team because you're pulling them. And I've worked for some amazing people and I've worked for some absolute terrible leaders, and it can have such a draining impact if it's not the right leader. But that comes across massively, and I'm just saying it while you're there.
Well, look, that's lovely of you to say it. And there is a cliche, but I live by it, of if you can find a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I firmly believe that. We all have bad days. But if I get really excited by people and I get really excited by businesses, normally other people's businesses, our clients' businesses. So I'm always learning. And I think if you're excited about everything and you've got an open mind to learn new things, then every day is a school day.
Great answer.